What kind of hair you say you got?
Let me explain something about this hair. This hair is a long time in the making. You understand? This is the kind of hair you don't mess with. You ever put some cards up on the table and you back way like this?
That's what your hair does.
That's what you do. I do my stuff and I go,
leave it alone.
Stay.
That's baby Smokey Robinson.
Stay. That's what that is.
But you know what, Al? And Silky, your hair don't look like theirs, Dave.
This is 10 years later. This is coming for him. You gotta understand. I'm the blueprint of where it's going.
Look at him.
This is what you're gonna look like. This is what it's gonna be. Enjoy while you can.
Right.
See, who's next on the table? Who's next on the table? Enjoy while you can.
I'm still jealous of Al. I'm saying that right now.
Are you jealous of Al's complexion or Al's celebrity and all the way?
All of them.
Now. Oh, the edges of my slide.
I heard a story about a brother that sued Applebee's because he's a dark-skinned brother that was being harassed by a light-skinned brother. The light-skinned brother was calling him darky and, porch, all the stuff that you call dark-skinned people. Now, this is black on black. Do you think that it's actually true that there's privileges amongst us in society for light-skinned people or dark-skinned people?
I think like in Wall Street, because I know a few people who, because they're light skinned, they feel they should be more. They should have more. They should do more.
You think that black people in that arena?
Yeah, in that arena.
I have to disagree. I just think, it's a lethal competition when it comes to financial houses because I deal with a lot of people, whether it's, Goldman Sachs.
Right.
So it's not I think for myself, the whole light-skin, dark-skin thing is pretty idiotic in terms of, it's like black on black crime.
Have you ever felt at any point in your life that you had it easier being light-skinned more so than dark-skinned brothers did?
No, only because being a celebrity.
Only because of the celebrity, never because just of the fact. Even before, what about before the celebrity? What about when Al was 8?
I was clueless. Absolutely clueless, like even in the sense of...
But you had to see the way that other dark-skinned brothers... I saw the way... I had a best friend, John Reynolds. He was a dark-skinned brother, you know what I mean? And I saw the way that he was treated. And it hurt, it hurt my feelings, and at some point it made me happy that I didn't have to go through some of the ridicule that he went through. Even though I went through my own ridicule, I'm saying you never ever felt that. You never once said, I'm glad I don't have to deal with that.
You know what, I was, like I said, I think I was oblivious to it only because in my particular neighborhood, from either being from Mount Vernon,
right,
and then I was in Jersey for a while, my neighborhood I was the black kid, I had Rajiv, which was the Indian kid, I had Anthony, which was the Italian kid. It was like the Little Rascals, Rainbow Coalition. So we all rode BMX bikes, we did this, that, and the other. And for some reason, this little tiny neighborhood in Jersey, it just didn't go down like that for some reason.
Have you ever had your feelings hurt by the jokes about you being light-skinned? It ever hurt your feelings ever? Come on, Al, give it to me. Had to. It hurt my feelings hearing the jokes about you.
No, but you know what? No, but you know what's funny if you think about it. Cause I look at it, I'm a businessman, so I look at it as like they just keep my name in the press because it's nonstop. There's not one comedian that has not made a reference joke to Al B.
I got a few myself.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm going to give you my album. I want you to listen to my album.
I love it. But see, the key to it, it's all love. Because at the end of the day, I'm still an advocate of staying away from the ignorance in terms of light skin, dark skin. It's a real issue for the most part, and it's something that it should be discussed because a lot of times it's like that hush hush thing that we don't talk about, but we know exists.
Let me ask you, Austin. How about you, my man?
Back in high school, when I felt like I had to prove myself as a black person, there was a group of kids that I tried to hang with. The majority of them were darker than me.
Now, I don't want to interject this, but did you do that to try to, like you said, because you wanted to feel like you were more a part of?
Yeah, I wanted to be a part of something.
Okay.
And I think, growing up in Colorado, I still had that tension from, other white people. And so that was my mold. That was a way for me to fit in being black. But even then, I wasn't black enough. So not only was it the short jokes or the being skinny jokes, it was I'm not dark enough, or I'm the zebra, or whatever you want to call it, Oreo,
And that hurt your feelings?
Yeah, I mean, it's not something that I think is necessary.
G-Thing, what about you, my man?
Well, on some real talk, man, when I was in high school, I got teased, and I felt bad about it, and I almost was mad at my mom and them for not marrying a light-skinned dude. I could be a little lighter, because that's when I was going through it for real, and that's what made me want to, because we were bad. In high school, we were bad. It's like...
You think being dark-skinned was bad? Okay.
No, bag. We'd be bagging. We'd be bagging in the cafeteria, like, you so dark, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, oh, I'm taking, So that made me say, when I come back to school, I'm joning too.
You're going to be funny.
I'm going to be funny. So now I'm going to start bagging on any light-skinned person, and then a couple of dark-skinned cats throw their good Jones on, so it was a battle of
Did you become aware of your complexion?
Okay.
Did you become aware of your complexion, your blackness, your complexion, more so from white people or from people of color?
Black people.
Black people. So you would say that black people have actually hurt your feelings about your complexion more than white people?
A white person better not say nothing to me about my darkness. I choke him from head to head.
You don't choke. What about not to choke the light-skinned brothers or the
light-skinned dudes will fight back. And the light-skinned people, this cat here and Al and even you, y'all felt y'all had a proof point. Y'all felt that since y'all light-skinned, y'all had to fight more. Other than right now, I mean, back then, I could scare a light-skinned dude. If you boy, see that head, you ain't even flinch. You know what I mean? Back then, that would have worked.
He'd been under the table.
I would have got his lunch money. I would have got his lunch. And if he had on a nice jacket, which sometimes the little light-skinned cats had on the nicer clothes, I would have took the jacket too.
Some people here might be saying, it sounds like it's a jealousy thing.
I'm still jealous of Al. I'm telling you that right now.
Are you jealous of Al's complexion or Al's celebrity and all the women?
All of it. I really don't want to be on the show with Al. Right now, I want to leave. I'm telling you right now, I didn't know Al was on this show.
They were just sitting around chilling.
Yeah, but
we just sitting around chilling.
Let's fight.
Wait, let me tell you, Marcel wasn't scared, right?
Go ahead. I want to look at the dogs. What you got to say?
These people used to talk about black folks in the front of me, as if I wasn't there. And I said, "But look at me. I'm just as black or darker." They said, "Like, no, you're not. You have an accent. You're not black."
That's true.
That bother you?
He was just exotic.
Now, he was exotic.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. Now, and I know I've got this before, which has always infuriated me when I would be around white people, and they would say, well, you're not really black.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because I was articulate, because, the way I spoke, and that was always very offensive to me.
What is talk like us?
Exactly.
Real talk.
There's no talk like us. What happens is, if you're talking street, that's cool with me. Don't say, you sound like a black dude.
Right.
Like, that bothers me even more. So, I have a very big problem with that.
And that's all in the,
It bothers me even more when you hear a black person say to another black person, "Are you talking white?"
But Brian Gumble is an exception. Brian talks pretty good. Now, Brian is another person. And then Tiger Woods.
Is Brian light-skinned or dark-skinned?
Brian White. I'm just going to say that right there. Brian White.
What about Tiger Woods?
Tiger Woods is a black person with a last name named Woods. Come on now.
Who's next? Come on, y'all. Who's next?
Johnny Woods. When I get pulled over, I lie to you not. And the police always get out the car.
They get out of the
Yeah. Dark skin because it feels correct.